गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णू गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरा गुरुर्साक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषाद्वै। Om Shanti 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 Hari Om. Let there be peace, let there be peace and love amongst all the human beings of the universe. Let there be peace. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. We have started the contemplation on the essence of Yoga Vasishtha, where we have seen that we are contemplating this booklet so that we'll be in a position to have our mind quiescence, tranquil, contented, blissful, and cheerful under all situations of life. So that's the purpose of that. We have studied first 20 chapters, and wherein we have seen the different methodologies, different stories by which the mind can be kept under the quiescence, and we can be in a position to live the life peacefully. So today we are going to do the revision of chapter number 17, that is the manner of destruction of the mind. Even though the word you are here uses a manner of destruction of mind, actually it is manner of dissolution of mind. Mind is dissolved in the consciousness, and how it goes ahead, we'll see that by the story. Unless we are ready to change, unless we are ready to digest what has been told to us up till now, what the speaker can do, what the speaker or a guru or a friend, whatever the name you want to give, what he can do, unless we are not ready to digest that. So we have to in a position to do that. So what it is called as Atma Krupa is very important. We have to work on ourselves. We have to work on ourselves. Unless we work on ourselves, it is not going to help us. There is enormous knowledge in different methodologies, different sects, different religions, which are telling the same thing from the different angles. But unfortunately, we are not in a position to take that. So we have to work on our mind to come out of the relative existence. To come out of the relative existence, we have to work on the mind. Nobody can help us. Nobody will be in a position to help us in this matter. And therefore, working on the mind should be our spiritual practice. So the spiritual practice should be what? It should be the working on the mind. And how it goes? So be happy. We remain in a sahaj avastha, effortless abundance within the truth. So how is the effortless abundance within the truth is like a space. Space is effortless supporting whatever world is there, and without getting tension, frustration, or efforts. You can see the space. It is no tension at all. Like if you see the bhutakash, everything it is empty space. Whatever is pumped into that bhutakash, it is going to be absorbed by it. Similarly, chittakash also. Whatever you are going to think, there's no effect on that akash, and that is very much there. Whereas if you see the chidakash, which is a solid conscious existence, you can't enter anything in that because it's only bliss, bliss, bliss. Only it is only the happiness, happiness, happiness in the chidakash. So what you should follow? Remain in the bhutakash and follow chidakash. That's what has been said up till now. So this is attended by itself. We have to attend by itself. Like for example, if you are learning to ride a bicycle, how you ride a bicycle? You take a bicycle and start taking along with you. Go there and slowly you jump there. Sometimes you fall down and you learn a bicycle. If you are somebody asks how to learn a bicycle or can I join some class to learn a bicycle, people will laugh at you. So it is effortless. There is nobody can teach us. So don't put onus on the speaker or on the scriptures or on the guru, whatever the name you want to give. You have to work on yourself. You have to work on yourself. If you fall in the water, take help of the water to come out of it. Similarly, if you are miserable, so take the help of mind. You are miserable because of mind. Take the help of the same mind and get out of it. So nobody can help you us for that. And that's all, nothing else. So to take the help of the mind, and that only is going to help us, and nothing else can help us. So all spiritual practice is what? It is the spiritual practice, whatever the path you follow, all of them are aimed at only one thing: take care of your mind. If you can take care of your mind, you have all the secrets known of the spirituality. You have already known the secrets of the spirituality. Therefore, mind is an asset if you are controlling it, and mind is a liability if the mind is controlling you. So we have to see what is happening when when you disappear, the truth reveals. So, like bicycle learning, balance comes. You have to work on yourself now and here. Here only you can work. So, although we are functioning in this world, we are tuned to the divine. So, we are doing all activities of this world, but you are tuned to the divine. Then we will not be disturbed by anything, anybody, any being, any event, or any situation in life, and that is the life of the dignified person. So we again define a life of dignified person. What is the life of a dignified person? That will not be disturbed by anything, anybody, any being, any event, any situation in life. That is the life of a dignified person. So each and every day must be accounted in life. So whatever the time period we have been given by the God, it has to be accounted, and that is a wise person. So he study of scriptures and do whatever the best so that you will keep mind your mind. And these are the wise people. What is the otherwise people? Otherwise people are always angry, fighting, go clash likewise. So remember to remain always cheerful and happy. This is the highest spiritual practice. Now, attachment is an illusion. Like barking dog to his own image in the mirror. We see the dogs when mirrors are there, so they start barking on it. That is, he doesn't know it is an illusion. So now, Sanskrit Subhashit is told here. I'll first recite and then we'll know the meaning of that. Kavya Shastra Vinodena Kalo Gashyanti Dhimatan Vyasane Cha Murkhanam Nidra Kalaheva. बुद्धिमान लोग अपना समय काव्य शास्त्र अर्थात पठन पाठन सत्संग में व्यतीत करते हैं, वहीं मूर्ख लोगों को समय व्यसन निद्रा अथवा कलह में बिताते हैं. So how to spend your time? The time has been given, a limited time has been given by the Almighty, and that is for expressing the divinity within. But what you are doing is you are doing kala, anger, and whatnot, shok, moha, mada, matsar, and all those you are getting entangled in that. So how you spend your time properly, or you have regrets in the mind, that is what has to be find it out. So what is the tapasya? Tapasya for us, the contemplative people, is keep stomach full and mind empty. The mind pura khali rakhna hai. So relax, you will be cheerful and happy. Our dependence on things and beings will not be there. So things and beings dependence is not there, and we are self-confident. So when your mind is cheerful, happy, and not carried away, not going against anybody, that body is naturally happy. So be at peace with yourself. So be cheerful and happy. Don't complain. Things are accepted as they are there. So what is the fear of the mind? Frustrations, anger, worried, and dejections. These are the fear of mind. Be at peace with yourself. Most important is our peace of mind. In short, every experience of life will be abundantly bathing in the experience of joy and happiness, and not coming from outside, but it is coming from inside. So don't expect things should come from outside, it will be from inside. Practice can make anything possible in life. For example, Bhagavad Gita श्लोक अभ्यासेन तु कौन्तेय वैराग्येन च गृहीते. मन को नियंत्रण लाना है तो अभ्यास और विरक्ति द्वारा संभव है. Don't cry. How it is possible to be happy always in this world? So outwardly you are not supposed to see. Inwardly you have to see that you are happy. Dissolved mind is that mind which is free from desires, burdens of desire. So if your mind is dissolved, well, it is not a destruction of mind, it is a dissolution of mind. So, till we don't recognize our divine nature, till then, where is the possibility of fulfillment of life? So, whether you like it or not, whether you know it or not, whether you want it or not, you are divine. So, if you keep that status in front of you, so you'll be always happy. In this relative world, don't expect that everything will go as per your wish. थोड़ा ही गम है, थोड़ी खुशी है, ये तो जीवन है. So when everything is surprise, when everything is surprise, you be happy. Let us not involve and unnecessarily make mess of mind. Let mind be at peace. We have to come out of all this rubbish. Come to discover our own divine nature. Only doing bhavana that I am body, that is nothing like embodied. This is firmly rooted, and that is a story of we all people, friends. So such is the bondage which leads to such is the life which leads to the bondage. So we are always thinking about body, body, body. So close attachment. This is the shloka number 11, chapter number 17. So unless we separate body from the embodied, we'll keep on blaming the world for all our problems. Still, we have body identification, we'll keep on blaming the world. He has no shokomo, sense of otherness is zero, sense of incompleteness is zero. So what is that I will give or hold on to? Everything is me alone. He is not at all time wanting to give everything. I will not do anything is wrong, nor he wants to get involved in a much of the activities. In a both ways, he is absolutely free. Whether he does the activity, doesn't do the activities, he is always free. So there is very good shloka, Yogarato va Bhogarato va Bhaja Govindam, because he is fixed in absolute. But those who rejoice in the self, who are illuminated and fully satisfied in the self, for them there is no duty. The person who is abiding in self have no obligations, but that does not mean that he will sit ideal like a donkey. But he will do everything. He may or may not do. So he is absolutely equanimous towards activity or no activities. He is no expectations of recognition. Falatyagi. In short, wherever we are attached, regrets, guilt, frustration, arrogance of success, helping someone, all this comes. If you're not attached, none of them will bother us. So now subsequently it has been told that there are four types of attachment. What are those four types of attachment? Asakti, kartutva asakti, akartutva asakti, karma phala asakti. So let us see one by one. Asakti. So what is the asakti? Karma asakti. I have to do this work. This these people are who are excited. They're hyper. They want to do everything everywhere. वो सब सामने सामने करते हैं. Second people is कर्तृत्व आसक्ति. I can do it. Others cannot do it. I will I will only do it. And I will only teach you how to do it. There is none other than me who can do better than me. So that is Kartutva Sakti. Third is Akartutva Sakti. I didn't want to do anything. Why? No, just like that. Is something wrong with you? No, nothing, but I don't want to do it. This is Akartutva Sakti. Everything is given to him to do, but he is not doing. And last is Karma Phala Sakti. I must get this as a result of my efforts. So if I don't get it, it is all wastage. He who is free from all these four attachments is perfectly unattached in this world. By practice of unattachment, all the things which are done becoming a curing factor of this all binding influence. So if you do not have any attachment by practice of unattachment, so अपने नसीब में जो आया है, you have to do that. And cleansing agent, purifying of the mind, and it leads to Shreya, that is fulfillment of life. Praise temporary satisfaction. Such a person is qualified for spiritual evolution because he is working on the mind. The person who can digest this, work on it, knows that attachment is an illusion. That's it. He knows that attachment is an illusion. So don't have to do anything sadhana. Then you may be engaged in a worldly activity or simply sitting. It makes no difference. So relax, nothing to do, nowhere to go. Recognize this truth, which is very important. When this is achieved, you are always at peace. If there is something to do, do it. If there's nothing to do, relax. But no, what we'll do is, if nothing to do, you'll start doing something, even japa or something like that. No man, relax. Why can't you relax? For relaxation, also do you require support? See friends, attachments are of two types. So there are two attachments told in this book is barren, that is useless, sterile, that does not bear good fruits, whereas commendable, worthy of respect. Those who are fools of the highest orders are attached to this bandha, barren, or that is body. So he is always having the body consciousness or a jiva consciousness likewise and suffer. Wise people are attached, but they are attached to the self, not to these worldly things and beings. So this is samajhdari. So if you are happy, in spite of whatever happening around you, you then are walking on a spiritual path. Don't become serious for spiritual practice. Never. Relax. You go to any organizations, you find there will be some mini samsar there. So the real spiritual practice is what? Moj mein raho, be happy. It is not a fault of anybody in even these ashramas or that. This is how the world is made. Wherever there are more than one person, the problem is bound to exist. So dvitiyam ve bhayam bhaya bhavati. It is from the second entity that fears arises. So no desire can influence us. Whatever comes is accepted gracefully and gratefully. These are the two worlds. One is God created world, man created world. God created world, there are no problems. Man created problems, the world, there are hajar problems. Higher the goal of life, lower things will automatically drop. So what should be our the goal of life? Wrong attachment has to be dropped and right attachment has to be cultivated. So simplest goal is be happy. So wherever you are, be happy. Equanimity is the highest achievement in human form. Samatvam yoga uchyate. Paramatma is not specific, not extraordinary, rather ordinary, giving up all the speciality. Samanya Satta, undifferentiated substratum, that is our essential nature. So, we are unfragmented consciousness. We have to be always one with the divinity, always with one with the self, always with the unfragmented consciousness. And that's why we are nobody, and when you're nobody, you're always happy. We are neither sannyasi nor grostha, neither man nor woman, neither miserable nor happy. We just are. We are not attached to anything, no for certain. Wise people are present with everybody and everywhere, every moment, but moment they have gone, they go for a good, complete. No lingering thoughts are there, or persons or places or anything. Learn to remain in utter presence. So you take it like whatever, if it is happening according to mind, then it is Hari Krupa, and if it is happening against the our mind, then it is Hari Ichha. So how the world is going on, it is either a Rama Leela or a Krishna Leela. Play your role very nicely without spoiling the mind. Let us not have any bitterness, any bad feeling, or any hatred about anyone. So what is the simplest technique? Love everyone, but don't trust everybody. Mind should be absolutely cool. Nothing can be used to justify that our mind is disturbed. You should not justify any events, any person. No disturbance of any kind. Things are just happening and we are witness and standing apart. For example, play with the kids we enjoy. They struggle, but we are happy because we know it is only a play, it is only for a small time and nothing more than that. Although living in this world but not attached to the worldly things. Since you are in a blissful state, your interaction with world cannot be miserable. Although seeing the world but not seeing the world. So that should be the status of your mind. Therefore, wise people don't react, they interact. Otherwise, people keep on reacting and don't interact. There is no objectivity at all. Disregarding all objectivity and living in a pure conscious existence is a spiritual practice. Then Jiva is merged absolutely in absolute and completely dissolved, and this is called as Abhyas Yoga. This is the Sushupti Sthiti, that is sleeping state without sleeping. So Bhagavad Gita Shlok 2 by 69 also says that when you are in this world, do all the activities of world, but let not world influence your mind. And when you are sleeping, that time remember what is been told to you, that you are divine and remember your divinity. So what is Turiya state? One is very much awake like anybody else, but abiding 100% in absolute. Although he is awake, sleeping, he is not doing nothing to do, but both where he has been transcended limitation. So Jagruti Shukta Shushukti has transcended everything and remains as a Jivan Mukta. So what is the Jivan Mukta Samachar? So such person how he behaves? अविनाशी. It is gained once for all. इसको जिसको ये पता चल गया उसको जीवन में एक हर वक्त के लिए आ जाता है. He becomes तुर्यातीत. That is what is a spiritual life. Anything we want to do, that want itself is a problem. अपने को कुछ करना है और वो want ही अपना problem बन बैठती है. Let things happen. जस्ट स्टॉप वांटिंग. जैसी चीजें हो रही है होने दे, वांट छोड़ दीजिए. Neither chanting Lord's name, no meditation, only relax, relax, relax. So relaxation is the highest spiritual practice. In a process of relaxation, you are feeling sleepy. Okay, go and sleep. You will find that within 10 minutes you will wake up. You will get up within 10 minutes, and all your will be fresh again, and all your faculties will be bright. Also, what you want to do, nothing to do, nowhere to go. So then you are always at peace under all the conditions. Alert, quiet, and vigilant. You remain alert, quiet, and vigilant under all conditions. One goes beyond joys and sorrows of life. Remain abiding in the truth. And Shushupti is the Turiya Avastha, that state which is free from duality of seen, seer, or triputi, that is known, knower, or knowledge. That state is pure, immaculate, and there is no blemish of any disease there. So, morning when you get up, don't think anything, then it is a Nidra Samadhi Sthiti. There is no thought eruption at all. So, at this time, whatever your spiritual practice is there, maybe contemplation, maybe whatever the process you are following, do it as I am nobody. When you are nobody, you are always happy. How the thoughts erupt? The thoughts erupt because of commenting, suggesting, evaluating. So, if you are Watching TV or anything, do that, enjoy, but no comment. Sense of otherness is zero. Such a Mahatma is liberated from problems of complementary opposite. World is a full of complementary opposite. We cannot do anything for that. So everything happens for the first time. So accept it cheerfully. That means we have to come to that stage. We do not have any habit of unnecessary thinking. ज़्यादा की सोचने की कोई जरूरत नहीं. Go beyond body identification. And so sadhana is given in these RP mantras. Spiritual practice is not a mimicry. We cannot imitate others. This is a tailor-made spiritual practice. You have to make yourself. So mind has to be inquired into. Your own personal mind has to be inquired into. He is always abiding in truth. Truth is always bliss. Divine principle that we are self is always the same. So none of the good and bad will ever touch us. वो अपने को touch ही नहीं कर पाएगा. So there is a good example is given. The females are carrying the 3 pots of water on their head. They are gossiping also and doing everything, but their whole concentration on that water, it should not fall. So similarly, our whole concentration when you are moving in the world should be on the divinity. It should not get out of our vision from 7 by 24, 365 days and do all the worldly activities. Similarly, for wise man who is residing in the absolute, his peace does not go away and doing all the works of relative existence. This is abiding in truth. So, and another example is given: a newly married girl goes to the husband's house, and when she's doing all the activities of husband house, but she still remembers his father's house, how she was happy in father's house. Similarly, when we are attached in the divinity and doing all the worldly activities, your mind should be focused on the divinity. So Dhir Purush completely settled in his own divine nature. Then he is divine intoxicated, although working in the world, but he is never diverged from the divinity, oneness with the truth. Every interaction you are reminded of the divinity. When our thoughts are diverted towards infinity, then it is a spiritual practice. When our thoughts are directed towards the finite, it is samsara. He is always reveling in the blissful, wonderful experience of his own being. Although he is dynamically involved in the world, he is enjoying every moment of the life. ये जगत में रहते हो हर मोमेंट जगत का एंजॉय कर रहा है as if it is really happiness, whether it is joyful or sorrowful situation comes, but bliss is always there because he knows it is all the divinity. भगवान सब कुछ कर रहा है, उसको कुछ खुद को करने की जरूरत नहीं है. इसलिए बार बार बताया गया है कि मन जे न रहे तव श्री चरणे. My mind should be always focused with the divinity. We have gone to one temple wherein that a small cloth has been given and a silk thread is given and a small stone has to be wound by that cloth and that silk thread, and that has to be put as if the stone is our mind and tied to that ropes of that temple. And now that mind has been surrendered to the God. Now how can I think by this mind? मैंने मेरा मन तो ईश्वर को सरेंडर कर दिया, तो अब मैं कैसी जगत के बारे में सोच सकता हूँ? मैं सब एक्टिविटी करूंगा, अच्छी बुझी सब पूरे सब काम होंगे, बट मन ईश्वर चरनी रहेगा. He has a clear intention of the person and accordingly he deals with situation. उसे सब पता रहता है. Don't make miserable people more miserable by becoming miserable with them. कोई दुखी है उसको दुखी और दुख बढ़ा के मिजरेबल नहीं करना है. Wise man is never surprised in this world. He is very much at peace with himself. He is not disturbed by whatever he is happening around. He is not surprised. He is relaxed under all experience. No astonishment. No astonishment. Illuminator never get influenced by what get influenced. He is never surprised. How can a mind be disturbed today and how can mind be at peace another day? नो ठीक है तो ठीक है, नहीं है तो नहीं है, क्या फर्क पड़ता है. माइंड इज लाइक दैट. सो भगवद गीता श्लोक 2/22-28 अवक्तरितानि भूतानि. So similarly jagat is nothing but a mind, throb of mind, and due to this whole world appears. Chitta spandana drishyate jagat. So what is right then? Sri Rama is asking, who am I? Who is miserable? Moment you start inquiring with this who, you will come to know that the question you are putting to who does not exist. Don't get excited on the issue and learn to remain cool. If you are disturbed, sit quiet, take a glass of water, maybe do some anulom vilom and you'll be always happy. When individual mind creates its individuality, then samsara begins. And when individual mind understands that it is basically abhivekti, manifestation of that divinity, not individuality, then you are progressing on the right path of spirituality. Although we are living in the relative world, yet worries of the world will not disturb us. Samsara means moment for the destruction of mind or dissolution mind. It does not mean something Destruction is the ice is merging in the water, going back to the natural state. Similarly, mind is going back to the divinity, that is the consciousness. Chit is essentially consciousness. When objectivity is negated from that, objectivity is an imaginary thing, it is not real. Therefore, chitta nashaya means removal of objectivity component of the knowledge. That means from the mind, the thoughts has to be reduced. We have around 50,000 thoughts per day. तो थोड़ा 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 कम करना पड़ेगा. So you have to be लगे रहो मुन्ना भाई. Knowledge with objectivity is predominant factor in the mind. Therefore, study of scriptures must be an integral part of life. अपने डेली कुछ ना कुछ अपन ने अच्छी चीज पढ़ना चाहिए. या तो भागवत पढ़े, या राम चरित्रमानस पढ़े, या योग वशिष्ठ पढ़े, या कोई भी अच्छा स्क्रिप्चर पढ़े. So that will keep, so that it will keep your mind tranquil. Sajjana is that who are with Sata. So if you are with the Sata, they are Sajjana. We are maintaining ourselves and that nothing of the relative world influence us. Although we are living in this relative world, that is called as Abhyas. You have to practice it again and again. So when Bhagavad Gita talks about Abhyas and Vairagya means, Abhyas, remember that we are divine. Vairagya means keep on doing that 7 by 24, 365. So that is Chidakas. Mind should not be disturbed under any condition. The spiritual life is not a part-time profession, it is a full-time preoccupation. So don't entertain any imaginary ideas about spiritual life. Anything which comes and goes is a trick of mind. अगर आपको कोई भगवान के दर्शन होते हैं और वो चले जाते हैं तो it is a trick of mind as far as Ravan Maharshi is concerned. So when you do not allow any experiences to be born, then the throb of the consciousness in form of division is stopped. We have to remain extremely aware of the quality of mind. अपने को हर वक्त सतर्क रहना है. So quality, alertness and happiness goes hand in hand. When I say I separate from mind, I become happy, I become miserable. So this I should be aware of quality of mind. So just keep on quality of mind under all conditions. Asprishtam vikalata, not getting disturbed by any kind of thought that comes. Sometimes thoughts will vibrate and confuse. Never mind, don't fight with the mind. Change the activity, go for a walk, go do some reading, listen to the music. Don't get agitated and disturbed. Don't come under the influence of agitated mind. ये जो माइंड तुम्हारा एजिटेटेड है उसके अंडर में इन्फ्लुएंस में नहीं आना, तो क्या सिचुएशन बदल दीजिए, वहां से घूमने जाइए, या किताब पढ़िए, या म्यूजिक सुनिए, या लोकेशन छोड़ के चले जाइए. Mind comes under the influence of agitation. So although your studies are conclusive, knowledge is concerned, there where there is doubt, who am I? But mind is always troubling. So then we have a problem of unwanted habitual thinking. अपने को अपने ही मनोराज्य में सोचने की अपने को बहुत पुरानी आदत है. And this is lives together we are doing it. So what has to be done now? Need to think about anything. And if it comes, then what you do is change the strata. Start chanting Omkar for 21 times. This will calm your mind. By this various method, involvement of mind towards the world has to be reduced and prana has to be controlled. So meditation is a GPS. But before we start meditation, we should know the point of origin and point of the destination. Point of origin is buried in this world, and point of the destination is absolute truth. So, but I must know absolute truth, that which we are studying. When our mind is agitated, disturbed, personality is there. We start remaining and quiet by traveling this path from the world towards the absolute truth. So the availability and experience of truth is only in the form of existence. Existence के form में रहता है, and you cannot experience the consciousness. Everything in this world is not other than me. He who has come to know that the whole world is in its own self, as there can be how can be there illusion? How can be there misery because of anything? This is yathartha samyak jnana. So there will be zero desire. So sense of otherness and sense of duality will be dropped. So when we are holding on to the body, then there will be no experience other than the differences. जब अपन देह 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 पकड़ के बैठेंगे तो डिफरेंसेस ही अपने नसीब में आएंगे. So where question comes of mind to be tranquil, and in that case you will be a social worker or maybe doing some good work, but then you will be suffering internally. So you're not a truth seeker. So Mundak Karika says, while world is like having of the ocean, it comes from within and goes back. So when space starts moving, it is called as air. First knowledge and then practice Shotriya Brahmanishta. Once you have the knowledge, then you can practice Shotriya Brahmanishta. Seekers is asked to go to the teacher who is well with the scriptures and also establish in truth, and he will guide you. So what how to go ahead, like how to understand? He should be Shotriya. He should not that Shotriya means whether you like it or not, whether you know it or not, whether you want it or not, you are divine. ये चीज आपके टीचर ने आपको बताना चाहिए. और ब्रह्मनिष्ठ मीन्स हर वक्त उसके जीवन में ब्रह्मनिष्ठता दिखना चाहिए. हर वक्त वो भगवान में रिवील होना चाहिए, सुखमय सिचुएशन में भी और दुखमय सिचुएशन में भी, बिकॉज उसके जीवन में द्वंद्व तो है ही नहीं. उसका सेंस ऑफ डिविनिटी और सेंस ऑफ इंडिपेंडेंटनेस चले गए हैं. सो है राघव दैट विच इज बिफोर starting any work, while doing any work, and after the doing work, his mind always remains in a tranquil mood. So he is path going on this spiritual path, and this is the spiritual tapasya, and not going to some ashramas or temples. But that which is never disturbed either in the beginning nor at the end, and when existing as a reality. Hold on to this, and cannot be destroyed, modified, or created. Brahma is that which is none other than us, that can be established by proper understanding. Hey Raghava, you be that. You don't have to become that. आपको ये है, ये पता करना है भगवान राम. So when objectivity is completely dropped, only pure consciousness remains. Unburden your possessions and relations of your life. You are that. You don't get that. You don't become that. You have to discover that. That's it. Discovery is always that which is already existing. That is what is your essential nature and not other than your anything else. So this chapter which is there called a 17th chapter, manner of destruction of mind, is telling us to remain tranquil, contented, blissful, happy, cheerful, and relaxed and cool under all the situation. It has told the four gateways to be used: tranquility, holy company, and inquiry. So the fourth stage, we are inquiring, and when we found inquiring, who am I? When you start digging, who am I? We found that I am not the body, I am not the jiva, I am not the Ishvara, and I am that consciousness which cannot be explained by a word. And if you really want to know what is consciousness, it is only expresses as the expression, as the presence. So remaining in presence and remaining cool and relaxed under all the conditions. And that is a spiritual practice with these prayers. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamadachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Tat Sat. Sri Ramachandra Arpanamastu. Submitting the divine fruits to the holy feet of Sri Ram.